Well, welcome back, everyone. This market just continues to push through barrier after barrier, but is it free and clear? What you're looking at are daily bars of the S&P 500 E-minis and the Dow at the center of the screen. What I want to focus your attention in on is the Dow coming up to highs, breaking out, pushing back up towards recent highs, as we can see where my cursor is pointing, and currently on a buy signal from the champion trend indicator that has that trail line, and of course a buy indicator from the champion cross tool right over here where you can see that opaque zone and the block at the bottom. We're in a buy signal state that's quite powerful. It's the resumption of a incredibly powerful move up that we've already had since that Japanic Monday. Now, the markets are moving up with credit card debts at highs, delinquencies, auto loans delinquencies, economic indications suggesting trouble or a mixed state, central banks having to cut rates. Can equities continue to push through? Well, we're expecting a rate cut from the Fed this coming Wednesday, and we can see very clearly that in markets like the S&P, that we're not all free and clear like the Dow is. We've got the champion cross indicator engaged with a buy. However, the zone in the background is not a buy zone, it's a neutral zone. There are a lot of securities shared between the S&P and, of course, the NASDAQ. And it is the NASDAQ that has some anchoring, if you will. But even before we look at the NASDAQ, we should take a look at an index that tends to foreshadow where markets can go. And that happens to be the Russell 2000, the small cap index. It tends to be that canary in a coal mine. When you look at the daily candle of the Russell, big push up. However, we are bound by the champion trend sell zone trail line just in and above that 2200 area for the RTY. This is a problem that is still engaged. It has not gone away. It is a resistive structure that must break in order for the other indices to be seen as likelier to break out. But in the most real terms, it is the NASDAQ that matters the most. The biggest securities shared between the S&P and the NASDAQ are the ones that are going to make all the difference. And as you can see, the NASDAQ itself is still in a sell signal state where we've broken out, we're above the channel, but we still have some barriers of resistance. The champion trend indicator shows just below the 19,800 area, some resistance that we need to break through. What is it going to take to get markets out to new all-time highs, and is it sustainable? Liquidity, liquidity, and of course, liquidity. What does that mean? Cheaper money must come into play to support up, up, and away. And we're going to hear all about this next week live from Powell. He's going to be giving us a 25 basis point rate cut, supposedly. It's the market's reaction to that. But our tools are already telling us the same thing that you've heard from Rob weeks gone by. The market has the potential to move higher. However, we have to be cognizant of the indices that are still acting as drags or are laggards in many respects. Now, this and a lot more is going to be focused in on in the upcoming election Wealth 365 Summit. It's the biggest summit that we've done so far. Incredible speaker lineup. I just got off the phone with Rob and super excited about the lineup and the quality of the speakers and the topics that we're going to be going through. Having incredibly powerful tools and strategies from a variety of speakers that can share intimately with you how they're approaching the market. I'm going to be doing that. Rob's going to be doing that. And you're going to hear from so many more. Go to joinziad.com and get your seat early so you can get all the goodies, get situated well ahead of the event. It's coming fast and feverishly, less than 30 days away. We are going to be in the next best and greatest Wealth 365 Summit election edition with some very special speakers starting on October the 14th, running right through the 19th. I very much look forward to sharing with you my insights, my strategy and outlook. So does Rob and so many others. Can't wait to see you there. Go to joinziad.com and get your seat now.